Hello, and welcome back to a nation we have played before, doing their other path. Yes, that is right, by, I'm sure, great demand. Our town. We've a small settlement formed by Starlight Glimmer on a contested border region between Nova Graphonia and Stalingrad. The city-state of our town has been adrift since her defeat. Founded on principles of absolute equality, Starlight secretly kept their own cutie mark while removing others. When she was exposed as a fraud by the elements of harmony, she fled, was eventually redeemed. Double Diamond, Starlight's former right-hoof pony, has led the town in the intervening years, but his term will be up soon. Will he win the pony's approval once more, or be replaced by a new face? I don't know. This is massive stuff going on. This could change the course of the entire world. Definitely. I'm sure of it. They say that Stalingrad is the home of communism, but that is a lie. In our town, Starlight Glimmer brought everyone together in a true equal, cutie markless society, or so it seemed. In 1004, Twilight Sparkle and the elements of harmony came to our town, and outed Starlight Glimmer as a fraud. While she preached true equality, she refused to embrace herself and remove her own cutie mark. Since then, our town has flourished. But trapped between Stalingrad and Nova Graphonia, our town finds itself cut off from the world. Under pressure from Stalingrad, our town formulates a communist-leaning government in an attempt to appease their southern neighbor. Led by Double Diamond, Starlight Glimmer's former second command, and commune continues to strive for an equal and harmonious life. Our town, disconnected from the rest of the world, must rely on Stalingrad for help and support. But don't get too close, for Stalingrad sees our town as their rightful land. Warning, poor suspect. Ignore. A faithful follower of Starlight Glimmer's equalist philosophy, Double Diamond would see equality succeed by following the lead of the communists in Stalingrad. Alright, we've of course got to see if we have any generals with descriptions. Shockingly, no. The birthright of equalism. Formerly known as our town, which I need to come on, what am I doing? Come on, I gotta put my stuff in if I'm gonna start the game. The birthplace of equalism. Formerly known as our town, and sometimes known as the town with no name. Starlight Town has since struggled to find a fitting name for itself. Its founder, Starlight Glimmer, built the first houses of the town with her followers. She gathered a small but loyal following with her fiery speeches and desired to make her dreams a reality. One day she gathered followers and traveled past Stalingrad. There she had received a small amount of land in a dry valley from the Supreme Soviet, who tolerated her radical ideology, equalism, and were sympathetic to her cause. Using her magical powers, Starlight Glimmer forcibly removed the cutie marks of her followers, erasing their talents and making them perfectly equal. No one was superior in our town, and everyone behaved almost identically, yet in secret. Shh. Starlight kept her cutie mark and acted as the town's firm leader who ruled with an iron hoof. The equalist experiment came to an end when the wielders of the elements discovered the town and unveiled Starlight's secrets. They revealed the hidden vault, where the magically extracted cutie marks were hoarded by Starlight. When the inhabitants realized their leader was a fraud and saw how much happier ponies with cutie marks are, they lost faith in equalism and drove Starlight out of town. Nowadays, the town is a peaceful and pleasant place, with every pony being proud of their talents. Sunlight Festival is held every year, and a tree grows where Starlight's house once stood. How nice. We are a closed city-state with Griffins in the north, Stalingrad in the south, and no access to a sea. Our town is crippled by lack of trade. We have a pact of equality. The ponies of our town made a terrible mistake in getting up their cutie marks, and are scarred by the experience. They remain hesitant about their future. But we are doing our rebirth. Our previous effort as a cutie mark-free society was a disaster. It's time to recognize it once and for all, and begin to rebuild. Yes, of course. The rebuilding process must begin. Do, 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 do. I mean, there's just so much to do and see. 2 different paths. Like, man, we got options here. Though, of course, last time we did do this path. So, we can't, we're not going to do the same path again, obviously. I mean, come on. The end of our town. We've begun the painful process of beginning anew. Old signs and banners torn down, portraits of Starlight Glimmer burned, and old towns embraced again. Some ponies left the village, never returned. Others sat silently, staring into the flaming portraits of the best pony. But at the end of it all, Double Diamond spoke. Of a new equality. Maybe not an equality of cutie marks, but certainly of friendship, of work, of fairness. This was an equality that could be believed in. Even the Stalingradians were making similar ideas work. The ponies who had stuck by Double Diamond nodded and murmured in approval. One by one left their beds, but our town was no more. Could new equality work in an unkind world? It's a start, at least. Starlight Glimmer left her mark on every aspect of our town, even as she took every mark from us. We must consider and debate our future, and how it shall be organized. Every pony equal, every pony's voice heard. We shall not lose our way again. Yeah, we'll probably lose our way again at some point. It just seems like something we do, you know? The town debates. The ponies of our town debate their future. Ideas are sketched. Philosophies argued. Examples shown. A little bit of the old passion has returned. As ponies grapple with the question of the tomorrow they wish to live in, ultimately, consensus boils down to 2 paths, following the footsteps of Equestria or Stalingrad. It's good to see interest reignited. Our elections. How can ponies be equal if everyone cannot have the opportunity to lead it? Allowing a leader absolute power was our mistake, and we shall not allow it again. We shall consult, and then we shall choose. Preparing for an election. The remaining ponies of our town have agreed. Elections shall be the way forward. Candidates have been invited to submit their names, and 2 choices have emerged. The first is Double Diamond, current de facto leader, and the second command after Starlight Glimmer. He speaks of the need to rebuild a new equality, with cutie marks based around fairness, friendship, and equality. He notes the success of the neighbor Stalingrad and their similar ideology. If Stalingrad can succeed, why not in the birthplace of equality? The other is Featherbangs. Renowned heartthrob has recently returned from Ponyville in Equestria. He speaks of what it is he has learned there, or of how Ponyville has seen success in different ways. A way where difference is allowed and balanced with friendship and compromise. Normally such ideas would be rejected in our town, but tired ponies look to him for a way out of their misery, and the shining smile of the town baker, Sugar Bell, on her trading trips to Ponyville speaks the truth of Feather's words. Others recall the visit of Ponyville Princess Twilight Sparkle, who first exposed Stalingrad's Starlight Glimmer's deception, a big choice for a small town. Alright. What should we do? Yes, for now, let's just start working on a factory. Our first factory. In a factory, every pony must work as one. Each machine, each worker doing their simple job with precision, again and again. No longer do we need to rely on the masterwork of the artisan or the specialist knowledge of the guide's pony. In a factory, all are equal. Election day. A strange attitude pervades our town, a hope of foreboding alike. The candidates strike hooves in a final show of goodwill before announcing the polls open. One by one, the ballots are cast. The margin is small but decisive. This time, no, Double Diamond does not win. Featherbangs wins. Our town will be known as the City of Townsville now. Or Starlight Town. You just said it was the City of Townsville and now it's Starlight Town. That's not what you said it was. Okay, whatever. A local heartthrob. Featherbangs lost his love interest to a Ponyville stallion. Quick to move on, the entire instant has piqued his curiosity in the power of friendship and the ways of Equestria. Interesting story for how you... Okay, that's an interesting one. You do you, I guess. Next up, our second factory. To some nations, we are a joke. One factory, two factories, in the grand scheme of things, nothing. But the equal pony never needs to look to his side to compare, only march forward in the knowledge that their colleagues do the same. And 2 shall become 3. Uh-oh, we got a situation. Nova Griffonia claims Starlight Town after a fiery radio broadcast by Marshal Erwin Highhill. Nova Griffonia has formally denounced the legitimacy of Starlight Town. Among other things, they cited growing tensions between them and Stalingrad, as well as to widespread rumors of territory serving as supply hubs for Soviet forces. While we have vehemently denied these claims, they have fallen on deaf ears. Now the future of Starlight Town is cast into shadow. We're just surprised it took this long. We are not doing that. We're social harmonists now. We're chilling. Striving for equality and socialism by gradualist and reformist means. Social harmonism condemns violent revolutions and radical changes. The ideology seeks to implement change through existing institutions without upending them completely. For example, social justice is preferable, enacted through welfare rather than forced redistributions of wealth. Economically, social harmonism rejects the hierarchy between capitalism and socialism, existing in between the two. See, we wouldn't work directly with them. We're our own thing. Gosh. Alright. I've been seeing all the random comments of some random people or whatever. So for this series only, I think this is appropriate. We will go, we'll research planes. This seems like, I think transport planes is what they meant, right? Yeah, transport planes, and we'll research some light tanks. That seems good. Oh, and I should do some anti-air. There we go. This seems optimal for Starlight Town's development. But anyways, the teaching of Twilight Sparkle. Twilight Sparkle, equestrian princess of friendship, resides in Ponyville, and the travels of Sugarbelle and Featherbangs have seen them returning with some of her publications. With the blessing of Featherbang as leader, ponies have begun to study her works and consider how it could be implemented. Featherbang's first act has been to rename our town to the more friendly Ponyville inspired M. I mean, I know they probably didn't put a lot of focus into this focus tree. I know. I'm sure, but I mean, come on, really? Inspired M? That's, I think that's, like, this is a really old focus tree. Like, a really, really old focus tree. I know, probably no one's, I mean, and also, if anyone plays this path, this nation, they're gonna go through the path where you can at least try to annex stuff and fight. Like, this feels like such a not played thing, like, ever. So I get it. But it does say inspired in. Like, we could get all these, like, extremely detailed, interesting focus trees with all these, like, extreme amount of lore and plot, all done in beautifully storytelling. Just honestly, the best storytelling of any Hoi 4 mod, honestly, any mod of a game I've played. Like, just beautiful, amazing, like, true compliments to the people working on this mod. Still, my favorite, if you know, you know, over here. If you know, you know. The Ascendancy, best playthrough I've played ever in any game. Like, genuinely, I don't think I've had more fun ever in a video game, just in general, than playing the Ascendancy and all the different lore and events and interesting details. So true compliments to this mod. It's an amazing mod. True compliments. I've never played anything better. But you should probably fix Inspired in. So yeah, fix that at some point, please. Yeah, thanks. Thank you very much. I hope that gets done. But anyways, we should probably oh, these don't even have descriptions. Okay, some of these don't even have descriptions. Wow, how fun. How fun. How fun. Great. Okay. Amazing, okay. Well, whilst we have no need to build large rail systems, a small effort to integrate with other equestrian rail lines and local systems of tramways and buses will help accommodate our swelling population. Military wishes will be particularly easy, as our soldiers should be able to take a bus from their house to the front line every morning. Yay! You know, you might have noticed before we hired Warm Peach. You know, the harmless, which surely makes sense because that's the path we're going to. But then I realized, you know, we're an open, free, and fair political system. It would not be okay just hire somebody to propagandize for your party. Unless both parties were able to do it. So of course they got their own one. So now we should be even, you know? I think that should keep things fair and balanced, but keep the political parties, you know, even, and allow us both to be able to have, you know, a back and forth, or each one of us taking power every once in a while. So yeah, good. Let's get more light tanks. We need that. Equestrian Air Bridge. A burgeoning friendship with Equestrian faces a serious challenge. We're surrounded by two powerful, potentially hostile states. Establishing a secure air route with Equestria is essential. Yes, just as essential as keeping the political balance fair. Alright, and now we have successfully done a little bit of trading. Now we have limited trade. Trade has begun with our neighbors, easing the economic stagnation. Let's go. Also, as you can see, we have now hired Stormpool, because I realized, why would we be suppressing people's beliefs? If people have a different belief than the main, then we should allow them to have it. So we're gonna let all three of them have a propaganda wing and do whatever they want. You know, it's only fair. If we would have one for them as well, but sadly we don't have the ability to help them out. So, you know, what you gonna do? Besides, that's apparently just me as well. So yeah, we don't need their support because they're just my party apparently. So yeah, we've got Evening Cloud, Double Diamond, and Featherbang, who leads two parties, and that's the system we're gonna roll with. I think this is a good system that would cause no problems realistically. Alright, okay. Ignore that. The Fortress of Townsville. Friendship is all well and good, but Equestrian delegates have yet to offer any good suggestions on how friendship can be used against communist tanks and heavily armored Griffin Knights. More practically, they can smuggle us large shipments of concrete, barbed wire, and heavy machine guns to fortify with. How? Apparently a cat is involved? A cat is involved. I don't get this reference. Normally I get any things that are seem like a reference. But I genuinely don't get this reference. I don't know. If anyone knows what the reference is, can you tell me in the comments? Because I don't know what this reference is to. Yeah. Alright. Interesting. Okay. Alright. Okay. We will, of course, go mobile warfare and prepare You know, going towards Blitzkrieg. Gotta get our tanks going, you know. Gotta get that tank warfare up. Alright. Staying up to date with a state as small as ours poses a challenge. Fortunately, a lot of research is just a matter of applying existing public knowledge, versus engineering other equipment, and shamelessly patent that. But we are not doing such. We are going on the top end of research in 3 things. Stargard has successfully ended their food and political crisis, looks to be once again on the road to prosperity. They have formally invited us to become part of their nation. Our town, not yours. Get out of here. No, I refuse. Alright. We now have volunteer corps. We will send volunteers anywhere in the world to help the cause of harmony. And we have successfully joined the faction. So now we will have peace for all time. Let's go. Peace for all time. Peace for all time. Woo! Let's go. Let's go. Everything's gonna be good. We are in a big alliance. I'll protect our independence. So yeah, that's where this ends, with everything happy and good and nothing wrong in the world. So, yep. Bye. Subscribe, I guess, if you want, or like, or comment, or whatever. Bye. Oh, yeah, and as always, peace. So, peace. Bye.